with baseball season just around the corner, literally like a few weeks away, let's talk some Blue Jays. We do it weekly. We will be continuing to do it weekly until the season begins, and then you guys know how we do it, all right? It's just like how we do it with the other teams. Now, where the heck do we start? Now, let's start talking about the games that have happened over the past week that we haven't been able, obviously, to talk about. You know, the Blue Jays record is not very good, but as we've been saying, that doesn't mean anything. It really doesn't. We just got to keep looking at these games and keep playing and keep doing our thing, right? So, let's break things down. We talked about the Philly game. That was the last game we talked about, was Philadelphia, where we lost 8-2. Well, the next game, you lost 8-2 again. It sucks. And then the next game, boom, they win 4-3 against Boston. Then they lose 5-4 against Boston. Then an off day, they lose 11-5 to the Yankees. Then they beat Philadelphia 7-5. Then they lose today 3-2 to the Tampa Bay Rays. Now, I'm very impressed with a lot of guys that I'm seeing today. Like over the span of spring training so far. I am very impressed with Kendrys Morales. I am really impressed with what he's bringing right now. The guy is hitting 440. I understand it's the spring, but knowing he can do that, ooh, that's exciting. Ooh, that's exciting right there. And Saltalamacchia doesn't look too shabby as well. I'm not too, I'm not too gung-ho about that right now. I like it. And obviously, we're going to be happy with a lot of players. There's going to be some players who are like, I wish you could do better in the spring. And a lot of pitchers are they're doing okay. And Aaron Loop has a 1.93 ERA. That's right, you heard me right. Aaron Loop has a 1.93 ERA. It's the spring. It's not reality, right? It's not reality. All right, now with briefly touching on the games, there's a lot of other things I want to discuss. Right? There's a lot of other things that I want to break down first. Right? Let's talk about the people that they optioned back to the minors, which we expected almost all of these to happen. Right? They optioned Ryan Borucki. Botched the name a little bit. One of the Jays prospects, a left-handed pitcher. He looks all right. Chris Smith, Jarrett Grube, something like that. That was the original one. Obviously, we all expected that. No problem in that, right? Now, another set was they send Dwight Smith Jr., outfielder, and catcher Dan Jansen back to the minor league camp, which, again, we all expect those type of moves to be made. And then I'm just scrolling up here to make sure I don't miss anybody. Now, this was the one I think it was yesterday, actually, it was posted, or it was done. The Blue Jays reassigned Anthony Alford, one of the top prospects, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. He's obviously the big free agent signing. The Jays signed to, like, what was it, like an 8-year deal or some crazy contract like that. He got sent back to the minor league camp. Infielder Richard Urania, and again, another really, really good-looking prospect. And outfielder Harold Ramirez, one of the guys we got in the Francisco Lariano, Drew Hutchison trade. So we all expected those, but now they're back, and the rosters continue to get cut down. Now, we got to talk about a few other things, right? Obviously, Devin Travis still coming back from his injury. Is he going to end up making is he going to make the team? Is he going to be, or is he not is he going to make the team, but is he going to be healthy and play to start the year? We don't really know. But it's good news is he was in some minor league games at DH, so he is swinging the bat. He's getting okay. I'm hoping he can make it for opening day. We're going to have to wait and see on that one. Just looking at a few things here. Looks like Steve Pearce is going to be obviously an infielder and an outfielder for this team. So again, a very versatile player. It has pretty much been confirmed that he's going to be ready to go, and it looks like he might be even be playing left field to start the season. So it might be somebody else in right. Might be Zeke in right, or might even be Jose in right. It probably is going to be Jose in right. Start the year. And another thing, talking about outfielders and spots available, there were, when we knew that the left field was going to be a crowded spot of we don't know who to use, as in like Carrera, you could throw Siciliani, Melvin Upton Jr., Dalton Pompey, you could say that kind of stuff. But obviously with Dalton Pompey having the concussion, obviously in the World Baseball Classic, it doesn't look like he's going to start the year with the Jays. He might eventually end up with them if they're in shambles and they're just not going through they're not doing well, right? And that could be a reason of why he might go down to AAA and start there like he did last season. Another thing, forgot to mention it, Reese McGuire, catcher, also a guy we got in the Francisco Liriano trade. He got reassigned to the minor league camp as well. Again, another move that we expected to see, right? And I'm just going up here, just trying to make sure I didn't miss anything. Jose Bautista is not playing right now for the U.S., stiff back. People are going to say, oh, there's old Jose, he's just getting the back issues. Well, I hope you're wrong, but I'd rather him stay out. I don't, as a Blue Jays fan, that's great news to hear that he's not playing. Obviously, with an injury is not a good thing, but you know what? I'll take it, whatever. Also, Josh Donaldson, great news on him. He ran the bases today, and because he had a calf injury, so when you can run the bases full out, no problems, that's a big sign. And also, he obviously played in minor league games today, so he is getting his recovery going. That's very good news. And also something that there was some talk a little bit not too long ago actually, that the Blue Jays are among a few teams that are interested in Kelly Johnson. Guys, remember him? Second baseman for the Jays. I don't know what year that was. Let me see if I can look that up. Oh, okay, there, right in front of my face. 2011, 2012. He played with us for a couple of years. We got him from Atlanta, and this guy was a strikeout machine. So I'm really hoping that either he doesn't come here or he figured out his strikeout woes. Hello, camera. You're killing me tonight. That's better. So, with all the news being said and all the things we kind of caught up with, there's a few questions I want to ask you guys. Number one, if Devin Travis does not start the year with the team because of injury, who do you play there? I know people can say, oh, Darwin Barney, no problem. Well, you're going to give Gogo a shot? Who's going to be that opening day second baseman then? You're going to give it to Darwin? You're going to give it to Gogo? We obviously know about Goins when what he did in 2016. No, 20. My goodness, my years are all kinds of messed up right now. No, it was the 2015 season. It was that long ago now. Obviously with the David Price trade and all that, he emerged as a really good player. But then last year, he didn't have such a great season. Darwin Barney had a really good year, so he got most of the playing time, obviously, with Devin Travis being out. What do you guys think is going to happen there? Also, left field situation, what do you think is going to happen? Do you think Zeke's going to get the opening day start and most of the starts? Do you think Upton's going to get most of the starts? Do you think they're going to be pretty much split? Or when Pompey comes back from injury or concussion, or he may even be ready for the season, but he just hasn't played enough to make the team out of camp. What do you do with him? There's so many things I gotta ask you guys. So many questions still beyond this team. Obviously, we've heard about Aaron Sanchez's agent furious that the team went to the league minimum for Sanchez's contract. Which, arguably, when you're in a Cy Young conversation, then you get that. There's a right to be upset. But from the team standpoint, they had a lot of other things to take care of this offseason. And having Sanchez and all that, for him to get the bare minimum, it's what the team needed to. I'm not saying you don't give him bare minimum, you can't sign, some other players. You might have been able to, but now they might have some flexibility that we don't know about, right? So it's all up in the numbers and the business side of things that we don't really know. But what we do know is that if the team started today and if the season started today, now the bullpen's jumbled. We really don't know what to think about that. Let me break down my 9 hitters for you guys. All right, and this is my opinion. This is not what I know is going to happen. Let's say Travis is healthy, right? Okay, this is what I'm going to go off of here. I want Travis to lead off with Donaldson at the 2-stick, Bautista at the 3-stick, Morales at the 4-stick, and Tulo at the 5-stick, Russell Martin batting 6th. And then it's I could throw Kevin Pillar in there. There's so many other guys you can throw in there. Depending on who's playing first, it might even be Justin Smoke. So you might even put him 7. Then Pilar at 8, and Barney and Goins, or let's say Barney in the 9 spot. Pilar and Barney might flip-flop. That's my 9. What's yours? Let me know in the comments what your 9 hitters are going to be. Also, rotation. We know what that's going to be, but who's going to be 1? Who's going to be 5? I have no idea. I have no clue. You could say Stroman because of what he did in the playoffs. You could say Estrada just because he's Marco Estrada. You could say Aaron Sanchez because of his, I'm not saying he should have won the Cy Young, but the Cy Young candidate season of last year. You could say J. Happ because he had a 20-win season. You're not going to say Lariano, I don't think, as the ace of this pitching staff. But what do you guys think? Who's your one? The couple questions. 1, who's your 1 to 9 in the batting order? 2, who is your 1 to 5 starters? 1 to 5. Why do I say 1 to 5? There's only 4. Boys, I apologize. No, it's a 5. Whoa, my brain is straight mush. It's because I haven't been talking about baseball so much. Been so much hockey and basketball, right? Got to get back into the swing of things. Your 5-man rotation. Remember the last year was the whole 6-man rotations, a whole craziness in the head. So yeah, obviously, 5-man rotation. What do you guys think? Who is your 5? And in order, who would you give it? Who's your 1? Who's your 2, 3, 4, 5? That's what I really want to know from you guys. All right. So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this weekly update for the Blue Jays. If you guys liked the video, hey, hit that like button. I do appreciate it. Subscribe. Hit the subscribe button if you guys haven't already. Comment down below. Like we said, 1 to 9 and 1 to 5. And also, anything else you want to mention, let me know. Who have you been impressed with in spring training that hasn't been sent down yet? Let me know what you guys thought about that, and we'll talk to you guys, tomorrow. Raptors edition. They're taking on the Indiana Pacers. Oh, that's a big game for the Raptors because they can get on a roll and win 2 straight, and it's just like you need something with Lowry out. Also, as we've been saying, Monday night, Leafs edition, as they're at home taking on the Boston Bruins. Again, that is a massive game for the Leafs. And also, next Saturday, Blue Jays edition, and man, will we be close to the beginning of the season by next weekend. Oh, it's so close. It is so close to the season. I am so pumped. All right, so you know what, guys? We will talk to you guys then, and this camera really hates me today. So that's where we're going to end it. All right, so we'll see you guys then.